channel, Michelle Gay Science Teacher. Have you ever wondered how animals survive in their environment? Well, it is because of animal adaptation. Animals have physical and behavioral characteristics that help them survive in their habitat. For instance, I'm standing out here in this area, this beautiful area across from where I live. And as I'm standing here, I can hear the birds singing and chirping. Well, these birds are communicating with each other. Birds have several parts of their body that they use for adaptation. For instance, some have talons, some have feet, some have webbed feet, and they use those parts either to swim, to walk, or to catch their prey. Birds have a variety of beaks. Some beaks are used for sipping, tearing, cracking, piercing things, and so birds have a way of adapting to their environment. Today we're going to talk about a particular bird, the owl, and we're going to look at the owl and determine what it has eaten and how it gathers and catches its prey. Also, we will look at the owl's digestive system. So, if you're interested in this today, then stay tuned and learn more about the great gray owl.
Today we will focus on the owl. We're going to look at the owl's adaptations, the beak, and its feet. The owl is a unique animal. It is a predator and it goes out and catches its prey. We're going to look at how the owl actually catches its prey and how it eats the prey. Then we will look at what does the prey look like once digested by the owl. All right, let's get started, and we're going to look at a few more things about the owl before we do an exploration. The great gray is among the world's biggest owls. The female body is about 30 inches and her wings stretch nearly 5 feet from tip to tip. Just imagine, 5 feet. The average person height is about 5'3" to 5'6", and her wings spread out that wide. Her big size make her a powerful predator, means she can go out and catch her prey. She is able to kill bigger prey such as rabbits, squirrels that are smaller than owls, that owls couldn't even catch. Can you imagine this owl being able to catch a rabbit? Think about that for a moment. Her big size also means it takes more energy to fly. So, the great gray prefers to hunt by perching and waiting. So, have to be able to hear really well for that. When the prey comes within range, she drops off her branch, spreads her wings to slow her plunge, and swoops down. When she swoops down, the owl's fourth toe is turned backwards to work like a thumb. She grabs the pocket gopher with one foot. If you observe right here in this picture, you can see where she gets the gopher. Now that she has caught it with her feet, now she's going to use another weapon, her sharp beak. Notice her beak and the feathers around it. These bristly feathers are like a mustache around her beak, and it lets her feel when she's close enough to bite the prey. Once she's close enough, she bites that prey and she kills it quickly. Now that she has swooped down and caught her prey, now she's going to fly back up high above the forest where her nest is, and she's going to eat this prey. Most of the time, they eat their prey by swallowing it whole. And so we're going to look at what happens after an owl swallows their prey whole. What occurs in their digestive system and what occurs afterwards. Let's explore.
Now that we've talked about the owl and how it hunts and gathers and catches its prey, we're going to talk about dissecting the owl in the next part. Now, the owl's digestive system is different from other animals. They cannot chew their food because they have beaks. Most of the time, they either tear their food apart or they swallow their prey whole. If it's a small rabbit or a mice, they can swallow it whole. And once they swallow it, it is squeezed inside of their stomach, and it squeezes out all of the juices and goes into the intestines area. Once it's there, the owl gets all of what it needs. It doesn't eat the feathers or the bones or the teeth. They regurgitate, and we call this an owl pellet. We're going to look at the owl pellet and explore what type of animal this particular owl has eaten. This is the virtual owl pellet dissection page. I will leave a link below so that you can try this out on your own. Here on the page, it gives you pellet information, pellet directions, and here's the virtual lab. On the virtual lab, you're able to remove the hair and anything else that's here from around the bones. Once you've removed all of the hair, you're going to take the bones and be able to put them over here on the diagram. If you want to label the parts, you can do that so you know where to put each bone.
Cervical vertebra.
And it can speak out if needed. So we're going to turn the volume off. So here we have, let's see if I can get some ribs. Just a matter of me pulling up. I end up with a thorax or vertebrae. There we go. Let's try the ribs again. All right. Well, this is going to be part of the jaw. Let's see. We can move them around. Okay. There's part of the scapula. And you can go through and find the pieces. Look over on this side and label it. Let's see. And learn the parts. Also, it tells you up here, most owls are nocturnal. They're active at night, and so it gives you information. Now, it is a timer on here as to how long it takes you to dissect the pellet. But when you're through, here's another scapula. When you're through, you will have put it together completely. And then you're going to see something at the end I won't tell you. Now, let's go back to home. And so here is where you have your information. If you want to learn more about owls and the pellets, you can look on here and read more information. It tells you if owl pellets are important, and it gives you a short video that you can go and watch. Then it tells you how to get the pellets, which I will tell you again, and about pellets being clean and not to get them from outside, but to order them from a company. Here it tells you what a pellet is. Bird pellets are undigestible remains of a bird's diet. Owls, like many birds, eat their food whole. Since birds do not have teeth, they cannot chew their prey. They instead use their strong beaks to tear the food apart and then swallow the large portions whole. So you can read more about this. In the next part of today's video, we're going to look and explore and dissect a real owl pellet. Now, let's explore. You should have this form, the identification sheet. I will leave a link below that you can download and print off because you will need this sheet. You will need some type of plate, an owl pellet, tweezers, and a magnifying lens. Have something to work on so that you can easily clean up your mess. Maybe something like newspaper, paper towels, something to cover the area where you're working. Now, I want you to stay tuned until the end because I'm going to be doing something at the end that you may be interested in. Now, if you do not have the actual owl, if you do not have an owl pellet, remember you can go back and do the interactive one. That one is as much fun as this one is. All right, let's get started. Now that you've gathered your materials, do not go out and collect an owl pellet from the woods. Those owl pellets are not clean. The owl pellet that I'm using today come from a company that has already sterilized these so that there's nothing on here that will harm or damage me. And so I'm already protected because these are extremely clean. If you're going to use owl pellets, you need to order them from a place like Carolina Biological, or you can go on Amazon and order them, but do not collect the ones from the woods. Don't even have your parents do that. All right, so we're going to get started. First, we're going to unwrap this pellet. And I want you to see a close look of it. Now, remember the pellet is made up of feathers, bones, teeth, and I'm going to look at it closely with my lens just to see. I can already see bones and things through the feathers. This is not mushy, it's actually hard because it's been sterilized. Now, I'm going to dissect it. All right, let's dissect the pellet. I have a small plate here. And I'm just going to carefully pull it apart and remove as much as I can. Now, you will have on gloves. Even though I don't have any on, I will wash my hands thoroughly when complete. Okay, I've located a bone. So I'm going to put the bones to the side, and then afterwards I'm going to match the bones with our identification chart. So let me find a couple more. Oh wow. Let me get my tweezers. Get some of this out of here. A lot of the feathers and, well, not feathers, but fur. A lot of the fur left from the animals. Now, on our sheet, we have a rodent, a shrew, a mole, and a bird. Okay. I have to be careful because I'm about to break it apart. There we go. Okay. All right, can you see that? Okay, this looks like the skull. So you could easily take this and match it with the sheet for the skull part. I'm
I'm going to stop here, but I want you to continue to dissect your pellet and identify the bones that you find and determine which animal did your owl eat. Fun exploring and discovering new things and how animals adapt to get their food and to survive in their habitat. Did you do well on the review questions? If yes, I applaud you. Great job, because you're paying attention, and I love when students or children pay attention and learn new things. Well guys, if you're interested in getting an owl pellet, I'm doing a giveaway. You must be 18 years or older, so your parents will have to enter this giveaway for you. For this giveaway, you must be subscribed to my channel. You must also follow me on Instagram, Michelle Gay Science Teacher, and you should leave me a comment below telling me you want to enter the giveaway and one thing you learned from this video. Now, you will receive a small kit that will include tweezers, mask, gloves, owl pellets, and a magnifying lens so that you will be able to dissect your own owl pellet and discover what that particular owl ate for dinner that night. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I look forward to seeing you next time.